Bless all. Bless you who is receiving this. Bless you right where you are. Light pouring all over you, through you, in you, from your crown to your toes and your root to the earth and back up to the sky. You are connected. And so it is. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to another word. Iamnyakuiy. Today we are feeling good. Okay? We are feeling ourselves. It's my season still, Libra season. And the energy just keeps getting better and better. Cards want to fly out. Okay, Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Okay. You can see, or rather hear, I am shuffling and the cards want to jump out, fly out. Emerging. Yo, didn't we say emerging last week? The energy is coming through again. Wow. Okay. It's a lot of energy. That is something that I'm feeling right now, and something that I want to underline, and that I'm feeling called to say and to speak on, that there's a lot of energy that we're all moving through collectively. There's a lot of gunk that we're being called to move through, and obviously all of us are at different levels on our journey, different points on our journey rather, and the energy is rough. And those of us who have the tools that we have available to us that can help and support us and nourish us and nurture us through these times, these are the times where those tools would be really useful. And if you don't have tools, then these are the times where you better get on the bandwagon, family, because the energies are not slowing down. Okay? They're not going to let up. What's going to happen is you're going to need to rise higher, and moving into this emerging card. This is what's happening. More of you is emerging, more of you that is going to support you through the next phase, through the next coming phases and stages of your life is what I'm receiving. These energies are not letting up. So you have to come and rise higher. Right? And it's through your circumstances that you're doing this. What did we say? Allow your experiences to activate your divinity. This is what's happening. More of you has to come through. You don't know this part of you yet. Why do I feel like I'm channeling the same messages that came last week? Like, you don't know. Maybe it needs to be said again. Maybe it needs to be expressed in this new way. I'm open. I pray you are open as well. But the energy is, you don't know your magnificence. There's more of you that can come through, that can remove this defeat that you feel. There's energy of defeat. There's energy of I can't. There's energy of disempowerment in one area or a particular area of your life. And the energy is expect a miracle. Don't play in the place where doubt lives. Don't play there. Get out. Play in the place where faith lives. There's an energy of, for a particular group of people, for a select group of you, there's energy that's bubbling up within you. It's energy of something, of an experience. There's an energy of, when you open a carbonated bottle, you open it a little too fast, and maybe it was shaken up before, and all this content spill out. and you try to stop it by closing the cap, like by closing it down, you know, to try and save some of the liquid, because otherwise it's all going to spill out. And there's an energy for some of you to, yeah, just let it spill. Stop. Don't try to contain it. Let it do whatever it do, and whatever is lost, and we can do what we can with what we have remaining. There's that's one message, but then there's another message too for some people of, you know, do what you can to keep the lid on and to allow it to settle. You know, that initial psst that you hear and you see that it's coming up, put a cap on it. Put a cap on it and allow it to diffuse, allow it to settle, leave it, be patient. Somehow now I feel like I'm taming a beast, you know? Do you feel how the energy kind of shifted and how the circumstance is different for y'all who's receiving this message? So it's kind of like, let it settle, let it be, let it calm, and then come to it afterwards, you know? That's a very different energy. And this energy that we're in, I'm feeling an emphasis around, you're not crazy, you're not alone. These times are rough for a lot of people. You know, some people carry it differently. Some people, you will never know that they're carrying something heavy. You wouldn't know what was happening in their day, you know, just minutes before, moments before, right? You don't know. And so don't judge your process because of what you see superficially with other people. Allow your process to be what it is. Own your process, own your path. You know, claim that it's yours. This is yours. This is your path. This is your life. This is your creative energy to design, you know, in the way that you see fit, in alignment with what the divine has in store for you, right? Because you have this free will to choose to be out of alignment, right? Choose alignment. And you are choosing alignment, obviously. If you're here with me, you're choosing it intentionally. That's the difference, right? So bless you for that. Okay. I feel like we went into a different, the energy shifted so much. It's kind of like I feel a settling. I feel a settling. Yeah, for some of y'all, it's an energy of, there's something within you that wants to bubble up to the surface. And either you're putting a cap on it, and this is what I just heard, you're suppressing it, you're repressing it from coming through. And I'm being guided again to direct you to movement, because one thing is that you cannot come at, you have to take a multidimensional approach, you know, when it comes to you and releasing any kind of limitations that are holding you back unnecessarily, right? So especially when it has to do with self-perceptions. So what we want is to move in a way that honors and that is in alignment. This energy of being settled within yourself. That's what we're really coming to, because of the things that are bubbling and maybe you're repressing and not wanting to come out, or maybe you feel repressed. You know, they're going to bubble to the surface in a way where, in the fashion of, it's just going to all come out at once, right? And it's going to cause a big scene. And maybe that's what's necessary for the moment, right? And what you can take from that experience. But ask yourself, is that what I really desire? Then there's also then energy of, you can let it out a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. And allow it to sit and relax and bubble, the bubbles to come down, and then open it. And then there'll be clarity. So it's really the difference of how you want to move. Because at this point in time, it's kind of like, oh, and this is coming real strong. At this point in time, it's kind of like, you know between what is right and what is wrong. You have judgment, you have discernment, your intuition is on point. To not follow it would be a disservice for you. To not make those choices that you know you need to make, that you know that you're intuitively guided to make, to not follow through is a disservice to you. Okay? And it's not allowing this part of you, to this divinity, that this creative power, this because your divinity is always there, whether you recognize it or not. But whether you are in your power or not is the difference. And that's what's emerging through. Okay. Ooh. This is coming through here, Kadesh. I feel guided to read this from the booklet. It says, "You're an erotic creature. You have a divine right to experience sensual ecstasy. It is sacred to give and receive pleasure. You deserve to feel good. It feels good to feel good. So allow yourself to feel good. Lean into your sacred lust. Turn up your own fire and quench your thirst. Dance with pleasure. You daring to embrace your sensuality will set the world on fire." And the declaration is, "It feels good to feel good." And Kadesh is a goddess of sacred lust of Egypt. She is the mistress of the mistress of the gods. She's the goddess of sacred sexuality, ecstasy, fertility, and her two men are the fertility god Min and Montu, the god of war. So I was called to read that for a reason. So if that resonated with you, take that how you will. There's an energy of, I always say that, huh? But there's an energy of, with that card, repressed rage, relating to sexuality, relating to sexual trauma, that's distorting your perception around sexuality and around sensuality, because they're two different things. Your sensuality is not the same thing as your sexuality. Sensuality just means of the body, pleasures of the body, making yourself feel good, feeling good. And so that's the energy that is carrying through, is for you to feel good in your body and feel good in your sexuality, and embracing your sexuality as a divine aspect of you, as a divine part of you that's necessary for creation itself. That's the underlining message. There's so much shame put around sexuality, and so many, rules around sexuality, and it's like, go to the divine. The divine says you are sacred, your body is a temple, and to honor it and to value it, and to offer yourself up only to those who are worthy of receiving you. Okay? Only those who see the divine in you, okay? Always honor your divinity, and always honor your sacredness, and always honor your sanctity. Always honor that. So that feels pretty complete right there. I'm going to leave it at that. I know I'll be back here again soon, so I will talk to you then. Until then, blessings, and I love you.